Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power. Trumpet Fitness on this thrilling Thursday here in Connecticut. Life is good, guys. Life is good. We're going to do a little some on Snookie Young, and I'm not the last word on Snookie Young. Okay, there's nothing I'm going to tell you that's not in Wikipedia. That's why I'm calling on my guy Triscari. Did he send that to me? Dion, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But Joe has more knowledge via his uncles and his own playing of that West Coast scene than I could ever fake through. Okay? So we'll give you something to think about. Maybe Joe can give us a little history lesson later on. With that said, day number 3 without kettlebells. And guys, as of right now, I don't miss them a bit. I love the kettlebells as an exercise. I love the kettlebells for the trumpet to create compression. But guys, you can simulate it with the SFE. All right, we'll get to that later. All right. I did 30 miles on the bike. It was a beautiful morning. It was in the 50s at 5:30 in the morning. I got right out with my reflectors on and everything. And I went through the SFE book once. All right? So let's see what we got, the first notes of the day, and we will talk a little bit about Snookie Young. A flats, baby. Don't need no stinking warm-up. Anyway, life's good, man. Life is good. Eugene Snookie Young. And as guys, you know, I have admired him from afar. Incredible talent. We'll get to that in a second. But an aficionado of his career, no, not so much. Now, excuse me, in a nutshell, like most talented people of that genre, the touring big bands and everything were so plentiful. There was a lot of work. So some young kid that was so inclined to that style of music and whatnot would go on the road. I mean, there were no jazz bands at Juilliard. There's barely one now. I mean, you couldn't go to, Curtis Institute of Music and get your jazz. No. You had to go on the road, man. And it seems like, and didn't tour with them, but it seems like the lifestyle was such that either you got sucked into the lifestyle, touring and drugs and alcohol and all that, or you came out the other side a better person for the experience. I mean, guys, if you're playing with Count Basie or Lionel Hampton or Charlie Barnett, like Doc did, or the Dorsey brothers, okay? Guys, you are surrounded by the most legendary, I mean, if you're going to go without, you got Clark Terry on one side and you got Cat Anderson on the other. You don't think you learned something? You don't think you learned things that you're not going to get at Juilliard? These guys were monsters that came out, and most of them got all the chop problems done on the road. Whether they had any or they fixed them up or whatever. Just monsters. I mean, you look at Doc's band, Audino, Condoli brothers, Triscari brothers, Snooky. It's all the same thing, and that's true of saxophone players, drummers, and the whole 9 yards. That is what they did, and that is what he did. So no, he never went to Juilliard. But I want you to look at this tape. Couple things. First of all, it is from afar, and what I'm talking about is there were no close-ups of his chops. Okay, I got a couple pictures here you can get there. But if you look at his chops while he's talking or he's singing, guys, there's not a mark anywhere on those chops. Now, for the longest time, I know that he was playing his own model of jet tone. I'm not sure if he designed it back then or they just gave you jet tone and gave you a few bucks to put your name on it. But he was there with Al Hurt. He was there with was Bill Chase and all those ads and everything. They were playing a jet tone mouthpiece. I don't think on this link that he is playing a jet tone mouthpiece. Okay, he was known for his Cootie Williams type plunger stuff. You're great at it, and you're going to hear it. You're going to hear it. But also listen for the pop. Listen to the section in the band. There's one of the Condolis right behind him. It was a John Ordino next to him. You'll see it. You'll see it. And again, Joe Triscari, if you have any thoughts on Snooky and the rest of the band at that time, let us know. But also, guys, after all that playing and singing, he's playing a plunger, and he hangs onto a G with one hand and brings it up to double C, double B flat. I don't have perfect pitch. All right, as you just heard. That's that. Eugene Snooky Young. Anybody has any thoughts on it, please put it in the comments and educate me. But needless to say, the guy could play. All right? All right. One more thing. After being on the road, he went to the LA studios. And on this recording, that recording, you can play anything from first to fourth and obviously the jazz chair. He did not have the entire thing to play the orchestral stuff like the Triscari guys did. Okay? But even though he didn't have the background, he could have done it because his chops were right. All right? Anyway, that's that. Love you all, guys. We'll talk tomorrow.